Hello guys and welcome to VollGazzRacing Season 11, Division 1 Round 3 here at Jerez, which has turned cloudy with Division 2 being clear as the day has progressed into the evening, into the night. And we've got quite a few people missing. Hopefully they will turn up before the sprint race can start, but 5 minutes of qualifying, 2 laps, that's all you get. It's been interesting to see how this pans out. And Nick jumping is lagging, but and Howling's joined, so Howling can hopefully join within the next 4 minutes. Hopefully things can go well.
Yo, mate.
Hello.
I have no invite, I think. I fear.
Right, you should have done.
I will. I don't have it.
Okay, I'll end the session and.
No, just keep on going. I will try to, underneath the game to see if I can join you guys.
Okay.
Let's
Well, I have to restart the lobby anyway because you'll be racing. So.
Oh yeah. Just let me do 1 lap qualifying then in your lobby. I think that's fair.
You're just gonna have to just jump into sprint race. Right. Anyway, so the start of the laps now. And it's going to be VTR who's going to be leading the field as he enters turn 1, and he runs quite hot, running onto the curbs, and now heading towards turn 2, where I see a lot of people's front end just shaking a lot. So yeah, it's interesting to see if anybody loses the front there. That is one of the crashing places. And then VTR's lost the front. He's gone down at turn 4. Very interesting. Very strange place to crash. You don't usually crash there, but he took way too much inside. Well, he went onto the blue paint actually on the inside of the track. As Nick jumping has also gone down at turn 5. As we go down the straight, and then hard on the brakes into turn 6. Then a quick change of direction for turn 7. And then now into turn 8. So the 2 Repsol Hondas currently doing a good job, doing what needs to be done. Championship leader Craig, Owen Hulicar's gone down at turn 7, as Howling has now been able to join the session. So he will be starting from 9th place in the sprint. As now we approach the end of the lap for the 2 Repsol Honda riders. Reps finishing on the podium last weekend. Schmoy's leading. I think he actually led a couple of laps from memory. He was at least roundabouts in the top part with the chaotic opening lap. They cross the line, and Reps goes to pole. Craig, though, 3 red sectors. He goes up to the line and goes pole by 6 tenths. Darko and Tahifa, they are yet to. I'm not sure. I don't think they've crashed, so I think they'll be setting some representative lap times. And VTR's box, so VTR will be starting at the back of the grid. So it'll be a 3rd row start for VTR, assuming Amir and Darko can round out this lap, and Amir's going to do so. So VTR will be finishing in 7th place at worst, at best. Sorry. And Amir jumps into 2nd place. Good stuff there by the Spaniard. He's Spanish, isn't he? He's Italian, sorry. Don't know how I've managed to make that mistake, but here comes Darko up to the line from the rest of the world. He goes into 5th. And Nick jumping, who is lagging, but it's not like... I'll ask the what the guys think about that. 'Cause it's not like he's lagging, but he's not going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. The Hooley car has left the session for some reason. As Reps goes into the final corner, backing it in, fully on the limit for the Portuguese rider as he comes to the line now. Nearly hits the grass and across the line, and he remains in third place. And Amir's gone down, so it's just going to be Darko now, I think, who is going to be set to improve. Nick Jumping is going to improve, maybe. But it's not going to be a representative lap time, as Roll just now joined the session as well, so he'll be starting in 10th place. As Nick Jumping jumps into 5th place, actually, jumps Darko, so Darko has just got to finish this lap, and he will jump ahead of Nick Jumping. Through turn 11, and now into turn 12. And into the final corner. And up to the line for the RNF Aprilia rider. And he moves into 5th. So Craig's first, Amir's second, Reps third, Schmoy's 4th, Darko 5th, Nick Jumping 6th, and VTR in 7th. But I've got to check where Hooley will be.
Riders are lined up on the Jerez grid. There doesn't seem to be any problems, and they're all ready to go. A few seconds now, and the lights will go out. As the riders do their cool-down laps, let's take a look at the final classification of the race we've just seen.
Hold on. Something went wrong. Hold on. I accidentally pressed the wrong button. I'll join right back.
Okay, so Hooley car didn't even set up. So it's going to be Craig. Then Amir, where's Amir? Then it's Reps. Then it's Schmoy's. Then Darko. Then Nick Jumping, VTR, Hooley, Howling, Rolge. Everything is correct. So let's go. So now we just have to wait for everybody to ready up, put their setups in and stuff like that, and we can get going. Right, everybody is ready, so let's get going. For the first sprint race in Division 1, the first sprint race in Division 2 was quite chaotic. Let's see how this one will pan out. Is Craig running a new helmet and number? Some strange reason. And we are off for the start in Jerez, and it's going to be Amir who's going to take the launch and lead in towards Turn 1 as red flag, right, oh. This is going to be a red flag. I'm going to black flag Nick jumping and then red flag the session. We have to black flag Nick jumping like extremely quick here, I think.
The riders are lined up on the Jerez.
Yeah, I am.
There doesn't seem to be any problems, and they're all ready to go. A few seconds now, and the lights will go out.
It's going to have the most efficient black flagging in history. There we go. Right, so everyone's now clean away from the start. Darko's managed to. I don't know how that's happened. Darko's gone down, but at the front it's going to be Reps who takes the lead into turn 2 with Amir Zahifa looking up the inside, but he just can't quite get in front of the Repsol Honda. And it's Smoyes in 3rd, Rolge in 4th, Craig in 5th, VTR in 6th, Howling 7th, Huli car in 8th and Darko after his crash is down in 9th. As he'll fire through into the second sector now, Zamir's going to hit the back of Reps, but he just forces his way up the inside and makes the move stick. But Reps is now in the slipstream of the VR46 Mooney Ducati. And they go on the brakes into the hairpin. And VTR's being bullied out the way. Lots of stuff going on there. Oh no, now I'm lagging. That's all I need. I definitely saw someone else bumping Craig, but I didn't quite see who it was. But going now into the final sector. It's going to be Amir who still leads the way. His Roll just now going to go up the inside of Reps into the final corner, and the Division 2 champion. Oh, and Howling and Craig have gone down at the final corner. Oh, and Craig's gone down as well with Darko rejoining the circuit. It's all going downhill for Craig, the championship leader at the moment. And Reps runs really hot into turn 1. And Rolls moves into second place. So the American, the reigning Division 2 champ, two-time Division 2 champion, moves into second place, and he's starting to show his ability on board the RNF Aprilia. And he did start from the back of the grid as well. Going through turn 5 down the hill now, and Schmoyes and VTR are battling, and VTR's managed to make his way through the inside of Schmoyes and moves into 4th place. Look at Hulicar going round the outside of Schmoyes as well at turn 6, but I feel like he's just going to run wide, and he's not going to be able to get the move stick. But he's going to go into turn 7 maybe. Yes, just about. Oh, and Schmoyes runs really wide as well. So VTR has been set free in 4th place. Can he close? Let's see how he can close the gap to Reps in 3rd. But Amir is still leading the way. But Rhodes is all over the back of him. Amir running the Simply the Bez helmet design from Mazzano, I think it was. Following the brakes into the final corner. What we noticed in Division 2 is a lot of people struggling as soon as they came up behind a rider. They just outbrake themselves extremely easily. So we'll see if that happens in Division 1. As Rolls did set the fastest lap, but it then set by another Aprilia rider in VTR. So the Aprilias are the fastest riders on track. And Rolls getting really close to the back of Amir now. Oh, VTR's gone down. VTR and Howling have both gone down at turns 1 and 2. And the championship swings back in the favour of Craig, but VTR is still in front of Craig. And here comes Rolls up the inside of Amir into turn 5. Amir gives him plenty of room. Runs right at the edge of the circuit to give the space. And Rolls takes the lead of the race from the Italian. And now the Ducati power of the GP22, but Rolls holds on and is now leading the way. He won. He didn't actually win here in Division 2 last season, so quite interesting. But Rolls on board that RNF Aprilia leads the way for the first time in Division 1, emulating Matthias, who all the way back in Season 3 in the inaugural season of the Division 2 Championship, which was then called the Junior Division. Matthias did the double that day. He won in the Division 2, and then he went and won Division 1 as well. So Rolls trying to prove that Division 2 riders around Jerez, for some strange reason, can progress and take victory in Division 1. As Hulicar now is beginning to close in on Reps as we start the next phase of the next half of the race. And VTR has managed to make his way past Schmoyes for 5th place. There was just how many points is there between VTR and Craig? There is 1.5. Swung 3. So 1.5 points. At this point, VTR will be leading by 0.5 point. So it's all to play for in this championship so far for the front two. But the guys like Roll, Jamir, Reps can all start to close in on them as well now. So the points aren't as big for this race, given it's a sprint, but still gaining. It's not every day you get to gain on the likes of VTR and Craig, so it's a good job by them not making any mistakes to staying out of trouble. And Craig, unfortunately, is all by himself, unable to do anything at the moment as Owen Darker's gone down again. VTR's really closing in down Hulicar. He could still get a podium here. He's just got over 2 laps, sorry. 2.25 laps to go. If he can go, he can round the back of Hulicar now. Into the last corner maybe. He's going to pull out to the right hand side. He's going to take the outside line. He's going to run the curve. That's really risky for VTR. And Hulicar's going to hold on to position just about. But VTR's going to get a great exit onto the start finish straight. And VTR moves into 4th place. But Hulicar's now got the slipstream. He's got the inside line. Hard on the brakes into turn 1. But VTR holds off the VR46 Ducati and is now safely into 4th place. And he's got 2 laps to close in, 1.3 seconds to Reps in front. He is the fastest man on track. Victory, I think, is out of reach unless Rolge and Mir start having a really big battle, but that's not going to happen at the moment with Rolge leading by half a second. And VTR already closing in by 0.3 in one sector. He'll be taking the championship lead if it stays like this. The half points in the opening round's definitely going to cause some problems, but but at least if it's between Craig and VTR come the end of the season, it does mean that the championship can't be tied, as Hulicar has picked up a long lap penalty, so he has got to do the long lap in the next 2 laps. Otherwise it's a 10-second time penalty. Here we go, hold on the brakes. Into the final corner. Oh, Mia's made a bit of a mistake there. And Reps is now all over the back of him as we start the final lap. Rolge leads by 0.8 of a second ahead of Amir. And Reps in 3rd. And Hulicar has not taken his long lap penalty. I think he's attempted it, but he's failed it. And Reps is going to go round the outside of Amir into turn 2. And Amir lets off the brake and regains a position just about. Reps is going to get the exit, but now this brings VTR into play. And then VTR's going to look up the inside of Amir. He's going to force him wide, and VTR's now into 3rd place. Can he steal 2nd from Reps here right at the death? He's going to get the better exit. Down the straight, heading towards the Danny Pedrosa hairpin or the dry sack hairpin. And VTR's looking up the inside of the Repsol Honda rider, but Reps is going to let the brake off. Stay in front. It's a battle. Who's going to get the better exit? It's going to be Reps. Oh, and he's had a massive high side and he's down! And VTR hits him as well. And somehow, VTR's managed to stay on. But now that promotes Craig into the top 4. Into the final sector now. Just 5, now 4 more corners to go. It looks like it's going to be an Aprilia 1-2. And Rolge, who's played this race perfectly, he stayed out of trouble from the back of the grid. Through turn 12, history is repeating itself. The Division 2 champion, the reigning Division 2 champion, is going to come round the final corner, and in Division 1 he's going to win at Jerez. It happened 8 seasons ago. It happened in season 3, it's happened in season 11. Rolge wins the sprint race here in Jerez. VTR takes 2nd, and Amir takes 3rd. Craig, despite all of his problems, finishes in 4th. Schmoyes in 5th. Reps in 6th. Hulicar, who failed his long lap, in 7th. Howling in 8th. And Darker will finish, in 9th. So we have it. Rolge in 1st, VTR 2nd, Amir 3rd, Craig 4th, Schmoyes 5th, Reps 6th, Howling 7th, Darker and Hulicar in 9th. And that will be your grid for the final race of the day. Just check that's the right grid. Yes. I better quickly change the distance. Oh, and Darko's gone. Oh, we'll just give it 1 more minute for Darker to rejoin because I think he doesn't understand that there's another race to go because he has this is showing he's gone offline.
The riders are lined up on the Jerez grid. There doesn't seem to be any problems, and they're all ready to go. A few seconds now, and the lights will go out. Let's take a look at the final classification of this race. The riders are enjoying a well-deserved
Right, just waiting on Howling now to finish his settings and we can get going.
The riders are lined up on the Jerez grid. There doesn't seem to be any problems, and they're all ready to go. A few seconds now, and the lights will go out.
So here we go for the main event. And we are away now. And Craig gets a fantastic start off the line and moves into first place as they head towards turn 1 for the first time. And Amir's going to take the lead from Craig, but Craig's going to turn underneath the VR46 Ducati. And it's bumping a barge all over the place, but it's going to be VTR and Craig who lead the way as they head towards turn 4. So it's Craig, VTR and Rolls as VTR's now looking up the inside of Craig for turn 5. But he's just decided to back out of the move. He's now go down the back straight. VTR looking for a way through, but he's gone on the outside line. He's going to try it still. He's going to try it. It's not quite possible, and they all file through. And they get through nice and safe. Howling's been hit twice there with the line, but here comes VTR up the inside into turn 8. And he's made the move. Step with VTR. Oh, whoa! Someone's going straight on there. One of the reps. Oh, and Craig's gone down. Oh, and Rolls is at the back as well, but stayed on. Oh my God! Craig with a massive high side there. I don't quite know how that happened. Very strange crash. But now that gives VTR free rein out in front, with Rolls in second. Schmaltz in third, with Darker in fourth, Hulikar in fifth, and Howling in sixth. As Hulikar goes up the inside of Darko into the final corner, brushes his way through, and moves into fifth place. And a little bit of Darko outbreaks Hulikar into turn 1, but that's quite evident as he runs extremely wide, and drops back down to fifth. So the two Prillies out in front have escaped. As we have the battle for third here between the Austrian Schmoys, Hulikar, Darko and Howling. Howling just dropping off the back of this group a little bit. Hard on the brakes into turn 6. Darko looking up the inside of Hulikar. I can't see that working, but he's just barged his way through up the inside. And he's back into fourth place. Owen Schmoy's had a bit of a front end moment into turn 8, and Darko's got through. And now Hulikar's looking to find his way through on Schmoy's, but he just can't quite do so. So it's an Ola Aprilia podium right now. But Schmoy's retakes the place as Darko runs wide at turn 9, and Darko now runs wide at turn 11. But he just holds off Huli. And now this is soon going to turn into a 5-way scrap as Howling's joined to the back to make it a 4, and Craig is approaching very fast. Oh, but yeah, I say that, he's just run extremely wide. But Darko retakes third place from Schmoy's as they now head towards turn 1 for the third time. Hard on the brakes, and Schmoy's is going to hit the back of Darko, and he's going to send himself wide. Big mistake there by Schmoy's. And Hulikar now is looking all over the back of Darko. Let's move into the podium place. He's going up the side of turn 4. But it's just not a corner you can really take at normally. And oh, that's Howling. Howling's disconnected. So you go down the back straight in the slipstream, pulls out to the right. Hard on the brakes. And Huli is taking Darko and himself out. Really unfortunate there, but that now promotes Craig into fourth place. As Schmoy's back into third. I just completely forgot what happened there, but just wheels colliding there, and unfortunately, a pair of them just went down. But Craig now he's got he's just completely bashed Smoy's out of the way onto the wrap. Jesus Christ. Big mistake there by Craig. Not usually like that, but I don't quite know what happened there. Just completely bashed Smoy's out the way. And now that's... Oh, Jesus Christ. Whoa, and Darko and Smoy's now making contact at turn 5. And now into turn 6. And this race is crash central at the moment. Oh, and Amir Tahif has gone down in the background, and that promotes Craig back up into 7th place. But this is going to be a lot of work for Craig to get onto the podium here. The top 2, they've escaped out in front. Got nothing to worry about. They're set. Only like outside forces can really destroy their races now. Hulikar in 3rd, fighting off Darko, Schmoyes, and Reps. Reps has probably got. I think Reps is probably the 3rd fastest out. Is the fastest out of these 4. And Craig will naturally, and as these guys battle naturally, Craig will catch them up anyway, and that will just accelerate the amount of time. So into turn 1. Hulikar 7/10 of a second ahead of Darko, who is 9/10 ahead of Schmoyes, and Roll just picked up a long lap. So the first mistake from the front 2 rolled, picked up a long lap, and that's just going to VTR a bigger gap of about 5 seconds. And I think Reps and Schmoyes are now battling. The 2 Repsol Hondas, giving each other a lot of room there. And Reps moves into 5th place. Now Reps sets his sights on Darko in 4th, as Hulikar's now been able to get into a rhythm and started to pull away from Darko. So Craig has got 8 laps, or less than 8 laps now to catch up. Ooh, and Rolge just taking this very... Oh, don't tell me he's failed it. No, he hasn't. Okay, but look at that. The gap's now 7.7 seconds. And who's that? That's Darko taking a long lap. Oh, and he rejoined. VTR's gone down at turn 2. Just like he did in the sprint. But it's not going to impact him at all. It's got lucky there, the fact that Rolls got a long lap, because right now Rolls would be probably in the lead. But Craig now into 6th place. But he's got a big gap to close to Hulikar, who currently sits in 3rd place as Schmoyes runs the curb at turn 5. And is going to be attacked by Craig sooner or later. Such a difference in how late Craig can brake compared to Schmoyes. He's going to go for it, turn 7, nicely done there, but he's going to run wide. And Schmoyes might attack again into turn 8, but he just doesn't, and Craig swiftly moves into 5th place, and now Reps is the next target for the Faccia Ducati rider. into the final corner as we start the halfway stage of this race. 6 laps gone, 7 to go. Halfway stage when they reach the end of Sector 2. So Craig's got about 3 seconds to close in 6 laps. Well, 7 laps, so that's just under half a second a lap, and Craig can definitely do that, but it's going to be a very difficult task at hand for the current championship leaders. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Hooley Car's gone down at turn 5, and now that promotes Craig into 4th place, and now he's only got 6 tenths towards the podium, so as he now goes into the dry cycle, I don't know if he throws a hairpin. 3rd place is probably the best Craig is going to be able to do, realistically speaking. Into turn 9 and then into turn 10. So lap number 8 begins. Craig closing the gap on. Well, look at that. It's actually stayed quite stable between him and Reps. Stayed static at 6 tenths of a second. So Reps running a solid pace, just like he did in Kota last weekend. Reps looking to take his 2nd, 3rd place in the GP races. And Craig runs just a little bit hot through turn 5, but that will give him a better exit for the downhill here, and he has got the Ducati power anyway. Hard on the brakes into the hairpin, and he's used all the curb as well, and look at that, he's gained about 2 tenths of a second on Reps just in that one corner alone. Through turn 8. And into turn 9. Oh, and Reps goes down and Craig goes as well. Unbelievable. And Reps somehow holds on to position, and so does Craig. But now that it is now a 5-way scrap for 3rd place. Unbelievable. Big mistake by Reps there. Just losing a lot of people losing the rear here at this track. But yeah, now into the final corner. And that's going to cost him even more time. There's now 5 laps remaining of this race into turn 1 for these 5. Oh, Craig just can't stop hitting the back of Reps at the moment. And now into turn 2. Dark has gone down again. I do wonder where Howling would be in this race, because he was in the fight for he wasn't with this group here, and as we don't know what would have happened, but chances are he would have been in this group of 5. And Craig forces his way through on the Repsol Honda, but he's going to have the slipstream now. He's going to pull out to the right. He's going to go hard on the brakes for the hairpin, and he's back through on Craig. Oh, and that's Hooley Car's gone really well. Oh my god. I don't quite know how much more he's in to take out Hooley Car there, but thankfully the all chaos was avoided. That battling has just allowed these two to escape ever so slightly, as Hooley Car's picked up a long lap penalty again, just like he did in the sprint. These guys 17.5 seconds behind VTR, who's out in front by country mile. Whoa! And Craig just barged, and he's going to let Reps back through, so he's saving himself there from a long lap penalty. Reps who's round the outside. Jesus Christ! There's contact everywhere you go. Hold on the brakes into turn 1. Reps runs extremely wide through turn 1 and Hulicar's going to take the position. But Reps is going to have the better exit now into turn 2. So Craig looks like he's finally escaped, but he has got one warning left before he gets a long lap penalty. So he's got to be really careful about this. It's now turned into a group of 4. Smalley's just dropping off the back of these lot. Holding the brakes into the dry stack hairpin. Reps closing a lot on Craig, using the inside curb to give him that extra turning and grip. But Craig can't take any risk. He has to. He can't afford now to use the curves because he'd risk getting a warning. So his advantage Reps at the moment. He's got a lot more he can risk with. But I do think Craig has got the more natural pace. VTR's already on lap 11. He's got this race sewn up in the bag. And now both Mooney VR46 riders have picked up a long lap penalty. Oh, and Reps has gone down again. Reps has gone down at turn 1. Unfortunately, I've missed that. Oh, and Amir's gone down as well at turn 2. So, lots of crashes in this race today. Everybody but Rolge, I believe, has crashed. And Rolge just picked up a long lap penalty. So nobody had a clean race today. Hard on the brakes. Craig is only 7 tenths ahead of Hulicar, so Hulicar's holding on here. But he obviously does have a long lap penalty, so Craig doesn't really have to worry about it. Into turn 9. Reps is now closing in on his teammate once again. Which was making a bit of a mistake through turn 11, which allows Reps to close in. Into the final corner. And Hulicar has failed his long lap. And Reps is going to move into 5th place. So Reps into 5th place. I think that is... Well, actually, no, he's currently in 4th, actually, because of the long lap of Hulicar. So Hulicar's got to... Oh, and Darker's gone on again. He's having an absolute nightmare. But Hulicar must do his long lap penalty on this lap, or maybe the next lap if he can do that. The one person who's nearly done a perfect job is VTR. As I said, he runs wide. But apart from the one crash, he's been out in front, setting a great pace, fastest lap. He's led every lap. And not a lot else can be said, but he is going to be leading the championship come the end of this race. He wasn't happy with how Kota turned out. He lost the championship lead, but he's going to regain it. Roger's got to be careful he doesn't pick up another long lap. It is the last lap, so I can't see him taking any kind of big risk. But Hulicar now has managed to do his long lap penalty successfully. But he's got Reps right on his tail. He pulls out to the left, and Reps moves into 4th place momentarily. But Hulicar's going to let off the brake, move back into 4th place because he could brake later because he's taking less speed into on the straight. into turn 2, which will go into turn 3, and Rep's still looking all over the back of the Ducati, but he just can't quite find a way through. The Thule car is all over the back of that GP22 VR46 Mooney Ducati, and the Portuguese rider is going to go up the inside into turn 5, use that Honda and somehow turn it underneath the Ducati. But side by side they go, battle of horsepower, and the Ducati's just about to win that, and Hulicar's really deep on the brakes, but he's going to run really wide, and Reps has perfected the hairpin, and Reps is going to move back into 4th place. But Hulicar's going to get the better exit. They go side by side and make contact. Hulicar's back on the inside for turn 8. Is he going to send up the inside? Yes, he is. He's just going to be outbraked by Reps, but we have to go to the final corner, and VTR is going to take his 2nd victory of the season and retakes the championship lead in fine style. Just go back to the battle for 4th place. Hulicar's just about got the position, and to go through turn number 11, Rolge will do a massive wheelie over the line as he takes 2nd place, and will probably take the most amount of points in this thing. As Craig's picked up a long lap on the last lap, and Reps is going to take the position. Reps actually might take the podium place here because Craig has made a mighty error on this last lap. Schmoyes takes 6th, and Mia is going to finish in 7th, with Darko, after many crashes, will be in 8th.
Yeah, man, good race.
Let's take a look at the final classification of this
VTR
race.
takes 1st, head of Rolge in 2nd, Reps in 3rd, Hulicar 4th, Schmoyes 5th, Craig 6th, and Mia 7th, and Darko in 8th. With Howling in 9th, and we'll give Nick Jumping 10th. So I'm not sure if Reps will join, so we'll go straight to Rolge. Rolge, victory in the sprint, 2nd in the feature race. I believe you've taken away the most amount of points this round. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels great to get my first victory in VollGazz. I didn't like my chances going into the sprint, starting from the back of the grid. I knew it was going to be hard to get up towards the front, but I kept my nose clean, didn't get caught up in any unnecessary battles, and stuck to the game plan. And I'm glad I had pace, and VTR was behind me, because I knew I couldn't keep up with him if he was taking the lead. So happy with the result. We're just going to keep learning, keep practicing, and keep taking it to him.
Yeah, so congratulations. As we now move on to the race winner, VTR. VTR wasn't plain sailing, but you've managed to retake the championship lead and take your 2nd victory of the season. How does it feel? Yeah, so well done, and that's been it for this round in ref. I do believe Sepang is the next race, and we will see you there. Goodbye.